It's the biggest week of the year, at least for football fans, Super Bowl week. We're here live at Radio Row, so the setup looks a little bit different, but the content stays the same. We still have our player prop parlay. But before we jump in to our three-leg player prop parlay, let's just talk about the game for a sec. Chiefs or Eagles? On one hand, it's like we can't bet against Mahomes, but on the other hand, the Eagles are the better team. So I'm sticking with my gut. I'm sticking with everything that I've talked about for the last week. I like the Eagles to win. I do think they have a better defense. They have the best running back in the league in Saquon Barkley. And then they also have some really strong defensive players that I think can create a lot of negative plays, create some issues for Patrick Mahomes. So I'm taking the Eagles to upset the Chiefs. Okay, how about player props? Leg number one. My favorite player prop is Devontae Smith over 4.5 receptions. So you look at the postseason, he's had 4 receptions in every playoff game this year, but he's also been targeted 4 times in every playoff game this year. So Devontae Smith is catching the ball when he's getting targeted. If I'm the Eagles offense and trying to get another player involved a bit more, Devontae Smith has to be that guy. And I think that we're going to see the Chiefs put a lot of pressure and a lot of attention in shutting down Saquon Barkley. And then you've got A.J. Brown, so who's open? I think that we're going to see Devontae Smith get involved. Leg number 2, I'm throwing in Dallas Goedert over his receiving yards. Now, I love betting on Goedert in the postseason. I also took him for an anytime touchdown. But for this parlay, we're just taking his receiving yards over. In the postseason, Goedert leads the Eagles in receptions and receiving yards. I also look at the Chiefs defense, who struggled against tight ends all year long. I think Goedert is definitely one to be targeting. Now, we have to throw in a Chiefs player for this parlay. I like Samaje Perine. He's been my sleeper guy that I'm looking at. It's not that I think Samaje is going to have some massive game, but his receiving yard line is at 7.5. He has cleared this in 14 of the last 15 games. Yes, that is a real stat. He had 17 yards in the AFC Championship, just 1 reception. So that's the thing about Samaje, is he's a big guy. He has burst. He's got power. And I think we're going to see some pressure from that Eagles defense. And so we look at Samaje and play action pass, those check downs. I think there's a good chance he gets involved. So Samaje Perine, over 7.5 receiving yards. We're taking Dallas Goedert over his receiving yards and Devontae Smith to have over 4.5 receptions. Parlay these together, and I throw in Eagles money line. I don't think the Chiefs three-peat is happening. Fly, Eagles, fly. Enjoy Super Bowl 59. I can't believe it's almost over. Good luck with all of your bets, and we'll have plenty more coming on, especially through the offseason in the NFL.